Welcome to the first episode of Bad Thoughts Podcast. My name is Tones. This is my co-host, the Candy Camper.
Hello.
We're pretty much just gonna talk about random stuff, guys. We're not sticking to anything, particular or none of that. So we're just gonna go from there, and feel free to put in the comments anything you guys want us to talk about. It could be anything, literally anything. So, but yeah, how do you feel, Candy Camper?
I feel good. I'm happy to be here. I think I have a lot to say. I have a lot in my mind that just needs to be shared with the world. Um, I finally feel like that people sometimes people need this outlet, just to feel free.
Yeah,
I'm not here to talk about stuff that we don't need to talk about, but I'm here to talk about stuff that I want to
bro,
talk
we're
about,
gonna
if that
talk
makes
about
sense.
just stupid stuff, dude.
Yeah.
Just like
Like that's what
stupid
we
stuff.
need, man.
Yeah.
We need to stop. We need to get off of all the other stuff in life and just have a real genuine conversation about things that don't matter.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, but by the way, guys, we are long time friends and pretty much cousins. We've known each other since birth. Our families have been friends for years and stuff like that. And we've had the best times of my life. I'm gonna tell you that right off the rip. Like me and you, the stuff that we did back in the day was one of my funnest
Yeah,
times ever, dude. So I hope we can
I
get
agree.
into that. I want to start off hot though, dude. You ready for this?
Uh,
So
by the way, I don't know anything. We don't talk before we show up here.
no,
This is all like I'm ready. Just
yeah,
bring
we're
it on.
we're starting off hot, dude. All right, you ready?
Oh
You
man,
ready for this,
first
bro?
episode.
First
First
episode.
episode.
We're
Okay,
we're, we're gonna start off hot. All right.
go for it.
So I don't know if you've heard anything about the Congresswoman and her first date. Have you heard anything about that?
So y'all are gonna get to know me. I'm not a social media person
No,
at all.
never.
I don't have a Facebook, none of that. I have a Twitter, Candy Camper. I'm barely on that. And what I do on there is Disney and UFC, the two weirdest worlds that can combine.
For real, dude.
But for some reason, this world wants me to know about certain things that I don't care about. And that was one of them. And I saw it briefly and I was like, this is real. And then it made me think, damn, they have they have cameras in the movie theaters.
Dude, right?
I
I
mean, not saying that I'm one of those people that do weird things in the movie theaters, but
Yeah,
how long have they been
I'm
watching me
dude,
for?
for real, dude. And I don't know the full story, but I'm pretty sure this was a not a musical, but like a play. It was like a
Okay.
Beetlejuice play, if I'm not mistaken.
I
But
didn't get that far into it. I just saw what she was doing. I was like, sneaky, sneaky.
they put up, it says Congresswoman Lauren Boebert, a groping incident at theater happened on a first date. Now,
You know who did that and got in trouble for it?
who?
Pee Wee Herman.
I was dude, rest in
And that
peace.
was and that was at a place where you technically could
Could,
do
right?
some weird stuff.
Yes.
But this person gets to walk scotch free, which I'm assuming she's walking free,
Well,
and
she
she's still in the race for. I don't know her at all. Like I said, I don't know anything about anybody. All I know is that if that was someone else, probably be some consequence. They got Pee Wee Herman.
dude, for real, dude. And
He rides bikes and he helps people.
and dude, not only were she not only was she vaping, like the main thing was her vaping inside the this theater. And they kicked her out eventually, and they had footage of where she was and who she was with. This dude was groping her breast, like just full on, just hand
Was
on
it
her.
consensual?
Yeah, I mean, she ends
Oh,
up grabbing his
wait,
crotch.
wait, wait, wait. Time out. Sorry, excuse me. This is the first date.
First, this is what allegedly the first date. So they went on a date to Beetlejuice. It might have been like people, like they might have known each other. I'm not sure who this guy
Okay.
is. They might have known each other, and this was like their official first date. I mean, they could have done. We don't know, but
I don't know,
in the
man.
video,
That's
it
a
shows him,
vape. You got a vape, a grope, and a
dude.
Beetlejuice
Yeah,
and
it
first
was,
date.
bro.
I,
She
kind of a
started
lit
off.
date,
She started off this day hot, bro. This relationship
right?
was a go. Like this
They
was a
knew where they
go
were
from the
going with this.
start, bro.
Why
So,
even why even go to the show?
dude, right? Like we know what was happening after the show. Obviously,
Oh yeah.
kicked out or
Well, they
not,
got
we
kicked out. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
kicked out or not. I mean, it could. We don't know, but in the video it shows him grabbing her breast, and then he's grabbing it for like a hot minute, and then she goes and grabs his crotch, which, I mean, if he's giving off that energy and she's giving off that energy, it was consensual. Like, it wasn't
Yeah, fair
something
game.
that, but yeah, she got in trouble for it. Not trouble as far as like in the,
Was there body parts out?
no, everything was
Okay,
shoot
so maybe
everything.
that's that line that was drawn to more of a kick out and
But
a social media
that's the thing.
shame
She wasn't. I don't believe she was kicked out because of
because of the vaping.
because of the grope. Yeah, it was. I think it was because of
Oh,
her vaping inside the auditorium. Now, I
interesting.
haven't seen Beetlejuice. I've seen the movie. Haven't seen the play.
Yeah,
Not
you
not
already said it way too
not
many times.
sexual. Just not
Just
sexual. With Beetlejuice doesn't
hey,
get
hey,
me
hey, man.
doesn't get me rock hard, dude. I'm just
I,
that's
I'm
just me.
I'm just no, I'm not worried about that. You're saying the B word way too many times. You know what happens when you say it too
Oh
many
yeah, my
times,
bad, my
right?
bad, my bad.
Yeah,
Well,
come on, man. Come on,
my
man.
bad, my bad. You're right.
This
You're
is,
right.
this is a podcast, not like
But
this is a Winona
as far
Ryder's
as,
addict.
let me
Come
ask you
on.
this though, as far as first dates, bro,
Yeah.
what is this rank in?
Oh, that ain't a date.
What like
Come on,
what
man.
where does this rank as far as like where this relationship's gonna go, dude? Because if this is first date and it's starting off like that, bro,
He
like what's
this is our first episode. Come on. This is a make or break
Hey,
for us.
I told you it was gonna start off hot, bro.
Okay. And like I want to tell everybody, these are my personal opinions, and you can love them, you can hate them, you can write me in the comments
Yeah.
below if you love them.
And
Write
by
me in the
the
comments if you hate them.
yeah, by the way, the things that we put out probably aren't even true or facts. We're just going
Who
off what
cares?
we've read. Like we don't give
Who
we
cares?
don't care. Like we're just gonna.
Um, I got you though. You know what? If, if that happened on the first date for me, there is no play whatsoever. That is just it's too easy for me. I like having that cat and mouse, the chase.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
if that happened to me on that first date, yes, I'd call her again, obviously, for multiple reasons.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm not gonna push the brakes and stop my whole life for that person. I'm gonna
No.
keep pursuing other people in the meantime and letting those people know, obviously, that I'm not a scumbag, that I am still talking to other people. And if we need to take things serious, then I will cut everybody off and obviously remain serious with that person.
Yeah.
But if that's your first date and you're going into that respect level is kind of gone to me. Not saying that you can do whatever you want and be whoever you want. And
Yeah.
yeah, I love women and having fun is part of the game. But at the same time, you want to be with somebody too, and that's what you're going out looking for is to be with somebody.
Exactly. So, but
Let it be known in the beginning what your intentions are. I think that's the moral of this. What are your intentions? What do you want for the future? Are we going on a date just to have fun, and then
yeah.
we're gonna end up having fun? Because that's to me that's cool. Let me know that ahead of time.
But
But if I go in this situation, yeah, go ahead.
I think that just goes for everyone though. Like in
Yeah,
guys and girls. Like if it starts off as first date, like you guys hook up on the first date, I don't think in your eyes and her eyes, you guys see any kind of like marital, like you're not going to get married or,
not
I
all
mean,
the time.
kids might be a possibility just because of
But see,
what
there's a
happened.
difference in that, Tony. Because there's tones. There's a difference. There's
You can
a
call me Tony, by the way, dude. Like
oh, sweet, appreciate
we're
it. I appreciate that.
we are one thing on social media, but we're having a conversation.
We're
So
humans. So one thing I want to say about that is there is room for one night stands and falling in love with somebody
yeah,
because you can have the best date ever and just actually have that head over heels moment where you want to be passionate with that person because you actually believe like, hey, you know what, this might be a soulmate or this person makes me feel so good about myself that I do want to share that intimacy with them.
hmm
But then there's the people like this and vaping and groping and that's not gonna turn into an intimate
yeah, it's not gonna turn anything.
like,
It'll
you're
be
not gonna light
fun.
candles and throw rose yeah, exactly, you're not
It'll
gonna
be
throw
fun as
roses
hell.
all over the bed and, bring them to wherever the hell those people go nowadays. That other island's broken down. Did I do that? Anyways, so I can see where there's multiple angles from this, but this particular situation, there wasn't gonna go anywhere. There was no love
No,
in those eyes.
no.
All 4.
Another thing I wanted to get into was the jet that went missing. Did you hear about that?
Jet that went missing.
So
Oh, the fighter jet.
yes, so a
So I don't
missing
know. Yeah,
let
tell
me
me.
read it. A missing F-35 jet flew 60 miles without a pilot, who ejected into a backyard after a mishap. So what I read was that the pilot auto auto ejected. He emergency ejected because of bad weather, and the jet was an autopilot, and
Mhm.
apparently this jet went missing for a while. Like it said it flew 60 miles or something like that, and I think it went like a day or two without knowing. No one knew where it went until a crash, and I believe in South Carolina there was a
Can I say something real quick?
yeah. What's up?
You said he ejected himself because of bad weather,
Yes,
and then it flew 60 miles
60
by
miles,
itself.
and no one knew
And
where it
he's a
was.
but the thing is, he's a highly trained
Yes,
operator, right?
yes,
So he would know if, since it's bad weather, he would have to auto eject himself, correct?
yes.
But the plane still flew 60 miles by itself
In
in this
auto,
bad weather,
yes,
an autopilot.
yes,
You get where I'm going with this?
yes.
Okay,
It doesn't make
so
sense, bro. Like
if it
now
was bad weather and he would have stayed in it for 60 miles, he would have probably been able to land it
he would have
and
been
not get in
fine.
trouble and not cause this big old stir. So what are you telling me is that, are we able to talk about conspiracies now?
We can talk about whatever the
Is
fuck
that
we
is that a
want, bro.
no-no on is that a no-no on
No.
YouTube?
So before you
I
get
don't want them
into
coming after me.
no, before you get into this, because I was going the same way with it. they People are speculating. Let me say that again. They're speculating that this jet was either hacked or it was stolen by someone who didn't have the clearance to take it, and it flew into a mountain or wherever it flew, in the middle of nowhere, by the way, in South Carolina, and crashed. Now, people
Mhm.
are saying it was stolen or hacked or whatever the case may be, but how does a jet go missing in the United States with the United States uh jet, and no one knows where it's at?
I
Like,
mean,
and as a pilot, for one, as a pilot, I'm not admitting that fucking happened to me, bro. Hell no.
not at
Like
all. Not at
that's
all.
something that's not on my name. I would never want that on my name. Can you
Unless
imagine?
unless there's two people in that jet, and one of them was Tyrese, and he ejectocito cuz
He
that dude out the back.
See, I didn't think of that shit. I didn't think of that.
Tyrese. What's called? Where is Tyrese at?
Bro, last time I checked, dude, he was crying, and hey, by the way, his wife or ex-wife or whoever she was did him dirty, bro. Wouldn't let him see his kids.
Oh
Like,
man.
dude, he was like crying on social media. Bro, by the
Was
way,
her
Tyrese,
name was her
amazing
name
artist, dude.
Monica?
You're so stupid.
Monica, no, which wasn't Tyrese, but
Yes,
still a
yes,
Too Fast and Furious quote. I'm using it. So let's back up. Back up.
yes, yeah.
That plane was not hacked. They did not lose it. They need a story. It's all it always is. We need a story. We need to be able to make your minds think something for 2 days until we find this jet. You know damn well how much electronics are in that thing. You can put a freaking like,
You
I
could
don't
swear
know,
to God,
man.
by the way.
You could throw a laser beam at that thing and they'll probably be able to fucking find it.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
because that's how much technology we have, and there's the way to hack that. There's no way. I highly doubt someone. You'd have to know exactly when it's leaving. You'd have to know exactly where it's going. You have to know every single thing about that thing to, what I'm assuming, be able to hack it. Not that I hack things or know anything, but there has to be some clear view of this fucking
Well,
spacecraft,
that's why that's
or
to me, that's why the
not
story
spacecraft,
sounds
but
so it sounds so
fabricated.
fabricated, dude. Because of it just doesn't make a bad weather. That jet is flying.
60 miles extra after he got out.
Not just that, like the jet
He
is
wouldn't be able to
it's
take
a
off.
the jet is a fighter jet, bro. Like this thing can
Yes, it
go
goes through
through,
Bangladesh and shit.
dude, and it's crazy, and it just sounds made up to me. Like I think if this was something that something did really happen as far as like national security, they had like who thought of this fucking story?
And why tell everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Why make us look weak and pathetic?
Yeah,
That's what it does. And this gets out to the rest of the world, and the world sits there and they're like, "Oh, it's supposed to be a first world country, and they're supposed to have the best military."
I think that story there's so many weird holes that came out with that
Yeah.
story.
And we'll never know. And that's just like the DB
Yeah.
Cooper thing with stealing the money and flying and throwing it somewhere. How's that not found?
Yeah.
Like people scour the Bigfoot thing, dude. Give me all those Bigfoot videos and put them together.
Dude,
They're the same damn person.
there's a
No,
v-
they're not. It's
there's a
weird.
video I saw today actually. I saw a video of this dude zoomed into what it looked like a mountain and a little cave, like maybe the size of a human, like the entrance of this cave. And you see, which is it's weird because you see what it looks like a human popping its head out and just looking left and right, just looking. And you see, or in the video it says, look at the hairy legs on this quote unquote Bigfoot. And I'm
Hmm.
thinking, like, for one, this dude looked like my freaking uncle, who he looked like a Mexican dude just chilling in a cave. Like, if I was homeless, bro, cave
Hell
off
yeah.
the rip, dude.
Yeah.
Off the rip. And the thing is, bro, it's like these people stretch for stories. Like, this guy didn't look anything like a Bigfoot. Like, it didn't look like a huge guy. The cave
Did he
entrance
look
did.
like an Aborigine or like someone that might just have lived there forever?
He
Or
looked
would it look like someone like a homeless person that found a cave?
both. Like, it looked like it could have been both, bro. Like, maybe like a fresh homeless, like he just got kicked out yesterday type shit.
He's like, "Hey,
Or
I know a cave.
yeah,
Let me
exactly,
just
bro.
head up that cave I've known for years,
Or
just in case I ever get homeless. I know what cave I'm going to." Hey, just shout out to everybody out there that has a cave in their mind
dude, for
already.
real.
If you ever get kicked out, make sure you go to that cave. Get dibs. Put a sign up.
Bro, you remember in San Bruno where there was a whole bunch of at the San Bruno Park, you would go to those woods in the back.
Oh, by the third baseball diamond up on
Yeah,
top.
yeah, but like
Yeah,
like towards the woods area.
yeah, in the back or
Yeah.
well on the. Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Y-
That's down more.
yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
So we used to go to this car. It was like an abandoned abandoned car, voice crack, abandoned car inside the woods, and we would just chill there, bro, for hours, just fucking bullshitting. Um, and we had about 3 or 4 of us there when we had to have been like 15, 14. We had to have been there maybe like 100 times, dude. Like nothing ever happened. One day we go and all of a sudden you see like a, I don't know if it was like a rat or like a whatever it was. We seen it cross, right? And we're like, holy shit, like that thing's huge. And all of a sudden, bro, you see a dude behind it walking, like coming out of the fucking woods, bro. Walking. He's fully dressed. Like he doesn't look like he belongs there. But he comes out, hey guys, hi. Like we're like, what's up, man? And he walks out and he's like following this fucking rat looking thing, dude. Just following it. And he like,
Chupacabra.
dude, I don't know what it was, dude. He had a collared shirt on and some blue jeans. Like he looked like a
That's
typical
weird.
San Bruno, And he starts following this like rat looking thing. So I don't know if he was like hunting it or whatever. Dude, it was the most craziest shit. And we're like 14. We're like, did we just see a ghost? Like we were just
You
coming
know
up
what's
with any
crazy?
excuse, bro.
You know what's crazy that I would not like as an adult. I would not go into that area ever.
Oh,
And it's crazy that our parents let us go back there.
dude.
Like when we had our like family
Yes,
picnics and
dude.
stuff, we'd all play down there. And those like I remember playing with like water balloons and running through
Yeah,
that whole
bro.
area. And there's like thousands of kids too. It's weird. That's like a playground for them creeps.
Yeah.
Um, I used to play in tunnels. I don't know. You remember the at the hmm, San Bruno Park also, but they had those tunnels that
Yeah,
like go through
where
like
the
little
water,
channels.
like the little canal, like
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So I always wanted to go in there, but it was creepy. And I think it was barred up, but I don't know. I had a weird fascination with wanting to go into tunnels.
And by the
And
way,
then
why did those tunnels? We always assumed there was like a homeless party going on
oh,
in there. Do we-
something, and that's
like
always so
like a
for some
homeless
reason
orgy just happening in the tunnels over there, dude.
it was a Dirty Mike and the boys.
Dude, seriously, bro.
Um, I always heard these stories like past the San Bruno thing when I got a little bit older. Um, my cousin he had these like storm drains, and they would go underneath the like this weird not really a freeway, but it was like kind of an overpass,
Mhm.
and you can get to the other side. So we were like, well, dude, let's just walk through and we can go to the other side. And then we always heard these stories of it. There's a connector point, and in the middle of the connector point, it opened up into this giant room, and there was supposed to be like chairs and seats, and then it's where everyone just kicked it. It was like a cool little place to hang out and party. And so one day we were like, screw it, let's go in there and let's see what's all about. And we're walking in there, man, and then you just hear the scariest shit I've ever heard. Just some banging and get the no, get the fuck out.
No
And
way.
I was like,
Later.
gone. And that was the last time I ever went into a fucking tunnel. So so I don't know if there was
Oh,
some
no.
weird oasis in the middle there, but I wasn't trying to find out. Um, that's just the stupid shit that we do and
Mhm.
as a kid. Nowadays though, I wouldn't want anybody doing that. So I don't condone going into tunnels. I don't condone going into the woods by
No,
yourself.
fuck it, dude.
Things things
That's the
change. Things
thing,
change, man.
bro. There's so like,
Where
if
there's
you
one
said it
creep, now
yourself,
there's
bro.
20
You said it
creeps.
yourself, bro. We did so much stupid shit back when we were younger. Like
Mhm.
nowadays, yeah, I get it. Like there's fucking kids going missing and shit. But the funnest times we had is us doing stupid shit, bro. Like
Yeah,
going
that's
into
true.
fucking tunnels, going into the woods. Like obviously we were really mature back then. We knew what not to do and what to do, and I get it. Nowadays, these kids aren't as
They're not
smart.
aware.
That's a social media effect, bro. Like they're
It
on their
is.
phones doing like we were so like we had our brothers and sisters like telling us stupid stories, and your cousins, like we had family members telling us dumb stories of stuff that never happened, but that just like came up in their head, and we owe it. Like my brother used to tell me there was a girl who died in our closet.
Oh, weird.
Didn't happen, bro. So
Yeah.
he would always try to scare me. So I would always think of little stories that he would tell me, like fabricated stories. Made
Until
it.
those stories come true, by the way.
Well, yeah,
I
obviously.
got one for you when you're done. I got a story for you that I thought was bullshit that people were capping and it came fucking real.
Um,
So go ahead and finish what you're saying.
so like it was always in the like when we would go to the woods, my brother would tell us like the abandoned car was there for like 50 years, and this happened, someone died in it, and it was just like a bad story, but we're young, we're oh really, that really happened, like what I'm saying. So we knew not to go by the car or like go near the car. Like we would just see it from afar, and like we weren't that curious, but at the same time it was fun to like it was fun to go see it. It was fun to be with like your older brother, and my brother, dude. He was
Yeah, he's awesome to hang out with.
and he just made everything more fun because of those stories. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like you tell no one will go out to that part of the woods. Like even though it
Unless it
was
was on
safest.
unless it was on social media in a
Yeah,
picture.
exactly.
So they can get the selfie with it.
And by the way, guys, the woods that we were at, there's a freeway there. There's a elderly like bingo center. Like there's no way there's anything bad happening in those parts of the woods, just because it's so you could see inside the woods very clear. So nothing ever happened in there. It was just stories, the local stories of what happened where we grew up. So obviously, like thinking back, like it was dumb of us thinking the story was true, even though it wasn't. But it was, it was fun though. Like it was that kind of fun that we had. Now it's just like you see something on your phone and you consider that fun. Like it's not the same.
Yeah. And that brings up the story of I can't remember where it was, but do you remember I think it was like 7th grade or 8th grade where they would send us on a trip to go camping up in the mountains.
Oh, you're
I think
talking
it was like
about
La Honda, I think
yeah,
that's called.
you're talking about
Sly Park. Sly Park.
no, but what's the thing called though? Like the
I don't
event.
remember. I don't remember. You got to lick
Yeah.
like a what do they call it? Like a slug and stuff.
Yeah, dude. You went on like a night
Yeah.
walk and stuff.
Yes, and you had to hold
Yes.
on to the person.
What was your
Dude, so
cabin name, by the way?
I think it was called like squirrels or something.
What?
Yeah,
Dude,
like the
mine was
squirrels.
dope, bro. We used to rep that shit like it was a gang. Ours was Madrone. I think it's like a
I
tree
don't
or
know
something. I think it's like a tree.
Which one's wrong, bro?
Yeah. Hey, what cabin you from? Madrone? Like we
See,
thought it was hard as shit,
exactly.
bro. We
I
thought it was
swear we
hard as
went to
shit.
we probably went to the same place. I've been to 2 different places. Like La Honda, I think was called the other one,
Yeah,
and
La
then
Honda's
Slide
the one
Park
I
was
went
the
to. La Honda's the one
okay.
I
So
went
I
to.
went there. That one was cool because that place was massive.
Yeah, that
And
place
there's a
was
whole
dope.
bunch of trails. They had did they have you do
By the
the
way, I
night?
almost
Oh,
got
go ahead.
kicked out. Me, my buddy Jonah, and 2 people from a different school. We almost fucking got into it, bro. Like we were fucking going ham the whole time. Anyway, go ahead. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that
So
later.
damn, now you're bringing up shit about that. So did you do the night walk where they brought you
Yes.
into like, and there was like this weird like almost like if you think about it now, it's almost like a witch circle.
Yeah, bro. It
Like
was
all the and then they
yes.
had you like try to figure out your way around, or someone will go somewhere and then you have to like find them in the dark.
Yeah,
That
dude.
shit was fucked up.
Yeah, it was.
I did it and I'm like, yo, fuck this,
And,
I'll do it.
and let's be honest, that was the going in. Like that was the most talked about thing that you had to do
Yes,
while there was the night
it was
walk.
that the night walk and licking the slug.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 ones. And then we had to do the our each group had to do like a music play kind of thing.
Yep.
And that's when Eminem dropped that song with Dr. Dre. Um, so we did what I can't remember what we called it, but we redid the song but used like our group name and the camp stuff and it
Mm-hmm.
made it like all campy. It was pretty cool. But what I was gonna get to the story, not there, but the La Honda place. This place was cool. It was a soccer field in the middle. On one side was the girls' side of the cabins, and the other side was the boys' side of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
cabins.
That's exactly
And
what we had.
at night, we crossed over the thing, went to the girls' cabin, and you know how things go.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
girls, what's up? It's like 7th or 8th
yeah,
grade. You
yeah.
know what the hell we're doing.
Like
But
we
we're like,
yeah, like we were gonna do some shit with like
right,
counselors there and stuff. Yeah.
exactly. Well, the counselors were upstairs and the girls were downstairs. But anyways, we're like, hey, you guys want to go out to the woods? There, we heard a story because the older people told us a story
Mm-hmm.
that there was some girl that got trapped in a fire in the mountains, and there's a tombstone out there with her name on it, and there's a burnt down house.
Oh, I never heard
And
this
we're
one.
like, right?
This
And
was
we're
in
like,
at La Honda?
yeah, this was.
Oh, was that La Honda? Okay, I never even
Yeah.
heard that one.
So that's what was crazy. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So we end up getting our flashlights, went over, like I said, to the other side, got the girls, and there was probably like 8 of us. It was a pretty big pack. And we were walking up this like little hill area, and it was starting to rain. Anything you could think that creepy would happen, it happened. There was like fog rolling in. There was creeks in the woods. There was rain, and we're like, man, this is fucked up. So we keep walking up, and we kept going and going and going, and all of a sudden, dude, fucking burned down house. That's fucking weird.
No
And then
way.
right next to it, dude, a fucking tombstone with the girl's name on it. And then I just remember sitting there, and everybody is looking, and we're like, fuck you. Hey, this is fucked up. And next to it, there was like a plaque that explained what happened at the house. I don't remember all of it. I was young,
Yeah.
but explained and like told the story about the girl and everything. And this was a long time ago, like early 1900s. Like, this shit was been there forever. I'm surprised that there was even a foundation still. But those are those things you're talking about. Those
Yeah.
stupid little stories that you don't know or you think that they're true because someone tells you and you always think they're cap, and then you go to the fucking woods with your homies
Yeah.
and they're fucking sitting there. And one more thing I gotta bring up just because it
You're
reminded
good.
me. I remember we went to this little cabin that they had that was on the boys' side, and it was super dark and there was no lights, and it was like an abandoned cabin, and all the girls everyone went in there, and we're like, oh dude, let's play spin the bottle because who didn't play spin the bottle when
Yeah.
you're a kid? So we ended up playing spin the bottle, and I spin it, and of course it goes and goes and goes and goes, and it lands on nobody. So I'm like, oh man, what the fuck? My luck, dude. All y'all know me, I have the weirdest luck ever. So
Oh
my
yeah.
shit lands on nobody. And I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So then the hot girl, at the time, hot girl, not trying to be weird, she spins it, and that shit goes around and around and around and around. And it goes, and it literally lands in between me and this other dude. We both look at each other and we look at her, and then she's like, Marcus, it landed on you. And then me being a fucking bitch, I'm like, no, man, that landed on him. That landed on him, bro. And then he's like,
Oh hell no,
what?
you
And
pissed
you
out.
can see his face. He's like, no, it didn't. No, so we both were like, did that land on us?
Oh,
So we
that's
just kept
funny.
going back and forth. And they were like, well, just respin it. It didn't land on anybody. And then she ended up spinning again, and it landed on some other dude on the other
Oh,
side.
you
And they
pushed
fucking went off.
out, bro.
Yeah, we both did. And then
Damn.
and it sucked because she was the hottest girl in the school. And honestly, you learn from those mistakes, and dude, how many years later is this? Years and years
Yeah,
later, and I don't forget that and how I fucked that one up for myself.
that's funny.
But you have to have those life you gotta go through those things in life, and you have to make
Oh
some
yeah.
mistakes to gain some. And, I hope that if she's out there in the world, I didn't forget about you. You owe me one.
That's so stupid.
It
Uh,
did land on me. I know it did. It was dark.
so real quick, I want to before we by the way, what is that event called again? Do you know?
I don't
It was
remember.
like
I'll find out.
outdoor ed. Outdoor ed. There you go.
Mm,
Yes, outdoor
mhm.
ed. Gotcha.
Beast. Awesome.
Outdoor ed. So when we went to outdoor ed, right? Me and my buddy Jonah, dude, we grew up together. He was like one of my best friends, dude. Like we played sports all the time, football and all that stuff. Anyway, he was one of my best friends growing up. Now he actually shout out to Jonah, bro. He's a rapper now. Fucking good ass artist, bro. So we went, right, and it was me, him, and we went with like 4 or 5 different schools, and most of these schools were our rivals. Like we had like for some reason we had people hated us, dude. Like people hated San Bruno kids just because it was diverse school. Like we had Mexicans, blacks, whites, Asians, Indian, like all everything, right? People hated us for it. Growing up in 90s, early 2000s, like that's just what it was. But anyway, we had these 2 white kids, right? And it was me and Jonah, and he said something to me, and I didn't hear him. And Jonah pretty much said like, "Hey, what'd you say, bro?" Like just trying to egg him on, like say it again, and nothing happened. They're like, "Oh, I didn't say nothing, man. I just said so." Um, he said something like later on. There was these girls that me and him were trying to get at, and they went to his school, and he was like, "Hey, bro, don't talk to people from my school." And we walked up to him, like both of us walked up to him, and we're like, "What'd you say?" And he was like, "Don't talk to girls from our school. Like, you're not supposed to do that." And Jonah looked at him, and he was like, "Bro, I'm gonna talk to whoever the fuck I want." That's what he said, right? And I don't remember exactly what was said after that, but we kind of got into like an arguing match, and at the last day, right? Like all of us were all the schools, all the kids wanted to do that last event that they had at the last day before we left. I forgot what it was. Like we watched movies with everyone, or what, I forgot what it was, but everyone wanted to do it. It was like the talk of like the whole weekend. Everyone wanted to be at this event. So um towards the end of the day, we start getting into it with these fucking kids again. Just so we start having another arguing match, just talking shit, and um the counselor like brings us 4 in. It was these 2 kids and then me and Jonah, and he brings it into the office. He's like, "Guys, what's going on, man?" And he walks out for a minute and starts talking to another counselor, and we go, "Bro, let's squash this shit. Let's just go back to the event. Let's just go home." Like, we dapped each other up. We're like, "All right, bro. Like, it is what it is. Like, we're like, let's just go let's go have fun, bro. Like, we've been tripping this last couple of days, and like, let's just go have fun." So we dapped each other up. We were like, "Guys, we're just cool. We're friends. We're just talking. We're just having fun. We really know each other." And then he was like, "All right, just making sure you guys are good." So, moral of the story, dude, like we squashed that shit, but dude, the whole time we were beefing with these 2 kids, bro. And we wanted to play and do this event towards the end of the outdoor ed, because it was so
Mhm.
fucking fun, bro. Like we had so many cool events there. And yeah, we were like, "Fuck it. Let's just go have fun, bro. Like let's drop it."
Yeah. And
It was
see,
pretty cool.
my thing too is that how would you have felt if you got kicked out and you didn't get to do that event over something that didn't
It
matter?
didn't matter, yeah. Like
It, it
we were kids though. Like that's just
yeah,
shit that happens when you're kids, of
and
course.
it
Like,
sucks because we don't think that way. Like now, as an adult, you think so much differently.
oh yeah.
Where as a kid, that would have never crossed my mind. Like, oh, shit, I'm gonna get kicked out. Like, no, you're like, fuck this. This is everything that happens in the now, and they're bringing back that social media thing.
Yeah.
There's not even happening in the now when you're trapped in your phone because you're not allowing anything to happen, and then you think things need to happen because of someone else doing it. Like, have your own thoughts, be your own person, have these stories that we're sharing together. Because I could tell you damn straight, I didn't have a cell phone then.
No, hell
The,
no.
the the flashlight I used was an actual flashlight. You know what a flash? All you people out there, you know what a flashlight is, right?
Yeah.
You have to put batteries in the big. Remember the big ass batteries? I
No.
think they're
Oh
called
yeah.
D batteries.
Yep. Hey, you
Like
remember when you put your
actual
tongue on
not
it?
rechargeable.
You remember when you put your
The
tongue on
fucking
it?
9 volts. Those that was real.
Oh
Like those
man.
things existed.
Oh
There
yeah.
wasn't these lithium ion bullshit. Fucking lumens of 10,000 lumens. Bro, no, this shit was an orange light.
Yeah,
it,
dude.
was, it,
Seriously,
wa-
it's an
it
orange
wasn't
light,
clear. It
bro.
wasn't white.
No,
Shit looked different in that orange light. It was
no.
spookier.
That shit was.
Uh, so I don't know, man. I there's things that I wish I did in the past, obviously, but I don't dwell on them anymore because I'm happy in life,
Mhm.
and you can only make things better and not redo. Like, can't redo your past, but you can fix, set yourself up for the future,
Yeah. Oh
for
yeah.
sure. And this is one of those times where you got to push things to the side that
Don't
don't matter.
matter.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what
So,
that's where I'm at in my life right now, dude. Like
yep.
there's people I don't even talk to anymore because of just for one, I'm focused. Like I've been more focused these last, since I moved. I've been a lot more focused on myself and what I want. Like
Hmm.
I've put in a lot of thought into this, and there's people that I don't talk to anymore just because they didn't do it. Not that the people need to do something for me, but if you're not trying to better yourself, I
It's all gonna
there
bring you down.
exactly, and I don't need that in my point this
Yep.
this point in my life. I really don't need
And
that.
and that's something I always talk to my parents about too, is that no offense to people that still live in San Bruno. And if you don't know where San Bruno is, it's in the Bay Area. But it's a trap. It really is. The people that live there are the same people that live there, and they do the same
Well,
thing. Where can you find these people? Let me ask you this, Tony, right now. On a Friday night, where are those people at? What location?
they're either at the bar,
Yep.
they're at
It's only two other places it could be.
the mall, or
Doing karaoke at the bowling alley.
yeah, there you go. There you go.
Exactly.
At the bowl.
Which has a bar. That's
By
what
the
you
way, that
do.
was
And
fun
then,
though. Don't act like
oh
that
yeah,
shit wasn't fun. That
yeah,
shit
it
was
was
fun as
fun.
fuck.
It's
Yeah.
not, but it's a repetitive thing, and it's trapping people into it, and it's trapping the older generation. Those older generations, they don't leave from there. That's all they know. And it's weird because even though San Francisco is right down the street, and you have the peninsula, you have all these other places around you. Somehow these people are still trapped in San Bruno. San Bruno keeps it's like a cage, man. And then if you find a way out, everybody that I know that found a way out moved on to better things.
But the thing nowadays, bro, from living there to when we were younger, it was so much cheaper. Not that it was extremely cheap, but it was cheaper. Like
Yes. Oh yeah, easily.
like from I remember remember we used to go to the liquor store, get one of those Tootsie lollipops for a quarter, and if you find a star on the fucking
Yeah.
wrapper, you'd get a free one. Bitch, no one even knows what the hell we're talking about, by the way. So for those who don't know, we used to go to the liquor store, any liquor store, and they used to sell these Tootsie lollipops, and I don't know if they still sell them. They might. I haven't had one since I was a kid, but you used to open a wrapper, and if you seen a star on the wrapper,
Wasn't it like a Native
yeah,
American
it was a Native
man
American
like shooting
shooting
an
an
arrow?
arrow.
Yeah.
Yep, and the tip of the arrow would be a star. So if you got the star on the wrapper, you would go to the liquor store, turn it in, and they'll get you a free one. Probably doesn't happen nowadays. Like for one, those lollipops are probably like $1.50, like $1.25, $1.50 for the lollipop. And if you bring in the wrapper, they'll look at you like you're an idiot. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was so much fun, bro. Doing just
Yeah. There was purpose to things.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
I oh man, what flavor? I like that. Was it the dark red ones, like a raspberry?
Yeah, I like the red and
That
blue
was
one. Those were the best.
Yeah,
Or
blue one was
the
great.
purple. The purple was good. A good one too.
Was it blue or purple? Because one of them was great, but it was like weird. I think it was blue. Wasn't it
Oh
blue?
no, it was a blue wrapper, but a grape fucking
Yeah,
lollipop.
great. Yeah, it wasn't purple.
What
And
the
then they came out
fuck?
with the green one, which was an actual, like, that was later, which was a lime
Yeah,
flavored. The
Bro, you
lime one
remember
was
the you
good.
remember the caramel? It was like a caramel apple, and it was like
I
a
say
green.
caramel, by the way, just throwing that out there.
You're a dumbass. You're a dumbass.
What?
Yes.
You say caramel. It's not even spelt that way.
Spell caramel
I can't because I don't pronounce it
because
that
you're a
way.
dumbass.
I can spell
Because
I
you're
can
a
spell
dumbass.
caramel. Okay, dude.
Spell caramel then.
K A.
Okay.
Anyways, what caramel ones you talk about? Caramel
So
ones.
they had
Tomato head.
caramel. They had
Yeah.
caramel and with like it was like a green like taffy. It was like a lollipop. It was like a green lollipop and it was mixed with like caramel and the lollipop, like the sucker. And you used to like eat the caramel first and then save like the sucker part.
You're talking about the
It was like it was called
the
caramel
caramel
apple.
apple. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yes, dude.
dude.
Oh, dude, they have those in a bag, like
Yes,
just
yes,
strictly
yes.
those. Yeah, I know what you're
Those
talking
were
about. Those are
fire,
good.
bro. Those were
Dude,
fire.
you know what's
Those
weird
used to
about
they used to
those?
fuck up the top of your mouth though, dude.
Oh, because the thing would get crispy
Yeah,
and hard.
turn into like a shiv. Those things would turn into
The
like a shiv,
the
bro.
hardest part about those is that the caramel was so good,
See?
but then the same thing is the part was so fucking good. So it's like,
Yeah.
fuck, what I want to do. And then if you mix them together, obviously that's what you want to do, but there was no way to do it. And then you get all drooly and shit because the fucking caramel fucking stretches.
Bro, as soon as you bit into one of those, you have to check
Oh,
like
your
your
teeth are
teeth.
fucked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to like check your teeth and make sure they're still there, dude.
You ever hear that story that our aunts told us about can't remember who it was, but they bit into, maybe it was her that actually did. They bit into like a Laffy Taffy, or not Laffy Taffy, Now and Later,
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
pulled the fucking
Fucking the
teeth.
whole thing out, dude. Yeah, dude.
Oh man, yeah, no, I don't fuck with those.
I remember
'Cause
when
my teeth are gone.
my nana she used to wear dentures and she would always yell and get me the Fixodent. It was always Fixodent, bro. The shit that like sticks to the top of your mouth.
Yeah.
Anyway, when she didn't have it, she would yell at me. Like she would yell and her whole denture would just pop out, dude. Like the whole thing, bro. So I was a little asshole, dude. I used to like let her yell at me just so I could watch the fucking denture come out. But yeah, bro, that shit was
That's
funny.
hilarious. Dude, I wanted to ask you. Oh, go
No,
ahead.
no, you go ahead. Go ahead.
I wanted to ask you something. Like this kind of, well, obviously off topic, but it's one of those things like, since you say caramel or caramel, I'm going to ask you this question. This is going to be the most controversial point, even more than what happened when we first started this. Do you think pineapple belongs on pizza?
Absolutely not. Absolutely. To me, dude, it doesn't. I don't like hot. I don't want to say it like that. It just doesn't mix well with like marinara and cheese, bro. It just doesn't. Like I will eat like a El Pastor fucking taco with the pineapple, but it mixes well with it. But as soon as you put it on pizza, bro, it doesn't. I don't know if it's just the mixture of the marinara and the sweetness of the pineapple. It just doesn't do anything for me.
See, I'm opposite. I love pineapple. I would throw extra pineapple in there. It's that sweet, then that savory. And it doesn't need to mix with the marinara. I think I get what you're saying with that one, but it's the way it mixes with the meats. And I'm not someone that, like, I'm not gonna get a Hawaiian pizza, which like with the ham. Like I like the way. You know what you gotta do? Try pineapple and bacon together. Pineapple and bacon is a really good pair, and I
Bro,
think that's the way.
it's the same thing as ham, dude.
It's not. That is not the same
They're
thing as ham. You
pork.
know,
It's
bacon.
both pork.
Okay, but it's not the same thing.
I
Bacon
get it,
has a
but it's
distinct.
still like
When you cook bacon, you know that someone's cooking bacon. When you cook a piece of ham, you're like, "What the fuck's that?" Like you don't know someone's cooking ham
yeah.
most
I
of the
mean,
time.
you do.
But it's not the same
My mom
distinct
makes
smell as
fire
a
honey
bacon.
ham. Okay,
That's honey ham.
with
I'm
pineapple,
talking
by the way.
about. I'm talking about those
With the
Canadian,
pineapple.
right? See, motherfucker, I'm telling you. So has a little fucking piece of pineapple sticking out.
Ugh.
I think it goes on there. I also think because there's that other debate of like jalapenos. I think jalapenos should go on it. I think I'm not good with spice, but jalapenos man, that's just such a diverse piece of food. Like you could put that on anything, and it's gonna like make even a sandwich. Like a pepper in a sandwich is good. A pepper on, I don't know, man. Pepper is just such a universal food.
And let me say this real quick about last point of this because it's not really a huge. I don't think it's a big problem when people eat it. I just fuck around and sometimes when they're like you're like anyway, I don't when people eat pineapple on it, I could care less. I just don't like the flavor of it.
So let me ask you this: would you pick the pineapple off, or are you gonna still eat the pineapple if it's
I'll
on there?
probably still eat it depends. Am I
Okay,
drunk?
but you're not like,
If am I drinking Slurricane, bro? Because I'll do
oh
anything when
god,
I'm.
no, no, yeah, we're not drinking Slurp. Shout out to E40 if you're watching this.
Bro, one
Come on, man.
no E4. Let me speak to you real quick, bro.
Speak to 40 watt.
The worst night of my life. I shouldn't say worst night. Worst drinking night of my life. I'm assuming because I don't remember, but I remember the next day when I was chunks and chunks were just coming out of me.
Fruit
Probably,
punch chunks, by the way.
yeah. It was probably the worst morning that I woke up and felt dead. Like I felt like a zombie, dude, after drinking the Slurricane. It was way too sweet for me, bro. Way too sweet. Like if I could drink tequila all day. All day. I mean, obviously I'm not an alcoholic. I can't drink it like all day, but if I were to drink anything, tequila, like that's my thing. But anything that's like even when it comes to my coffee, bro, I can't drink those freaking venti caramel vanilla soft top triple shot. Just like it just there's no point of
That's not
drinking.
coffee.
Exactly. There's no point of drinking. It's not coffee at that point. You're drinking sugar.
Yep.
Like you're just drinking. You're not enjoying the actual flavor of the drink, and I think that's what fucks me up when it comes to like drinking
You know what
alcohol.
bothers me about that too is these people that go in there and buy those drinks, they don't know what they're doing, obviously, because they don't have that palate for it, because they think, well, social media again,
Mm-hmm.
once again.
Yeah.
You know how hard it is to grow beans, and
Oh yeah,
it's not easy.
roasting
It's
it
not easy
and
to, yeah,
all
it's
that
not
shit.
easy. And not only that, you can't grow them anywhere. Like they have to be grown in certain climates in certain areas, like
Like
Colombia,
South America, dude. It's all
Costa
in
Rica.
like the best
And
coffee you'll buy is either from like Colombia or like Latin countries mostly in my
dude,
opinion.
there's a
I
lot of African coffees, man, that
Yeah,
are really
no,
good
yeah, I was just
too.
about to say that. And the only one, if it's not a Latin country, it's Africa. Like you get so many good. It's just the way they grow it there. It's
Mhm.
natural and it's
And guess what, dude? Guess what? And then you're gonna go get that foofy drink, and you're just gonna disrespect all those people
exactly,
from
bro.
other
Like
countries.
exactly.
That's what bothers me
Okay,
about these
so
Starbucks people.
for
But don't
people,
get me wrong, I'll drink one if someone bought me one.
yeah. Okay,
But
let me tell you. So I used to be barista for the people who don't know. I was a barista for about 7 years. I worked at the airport, and we used to get people coming in from different countries, different states. People who didn't people. It just getting the orders, bro, that I had. You wouldn't even. You would think I'm making this shit up. Okay, the worst drink. Listen to this, guys. The worst drink ever ordered from me. I had to go ask my manager if it was okay if I did this. Like it was that bad, and she had to call her manager to make sure
wow,
it was okay. Listen to the drink. So if people who don't know, it's called the black tie. Pete's Coffee used to sell it. It's called the black tie, which consists of cold brew, iced coffee, condensed milk, a chicory syrup, and a little bit of half and half. Now, for a large, we used to put 6 pumps of chicory syrup, and we used to fill about this much of the bottom part of condensed milk, which is sweet. Condensed milk is a sweet. It's sweet.
tell you make caramel.
So she asked for extra condensed milk, which is normal. A lot of people like the flavor of condensed milk and the taste of it. So I put a little bit more. So she was watching me do it. She was like, "Can you just put a little bit more?" I was like, "Are you sure? It's really really sweet." And she goes, "Yeah, I love sweet. Like I love it." And then she goes, by the way, can I get 10 extra pumps of the chicory syrup?" I was like, "Ma'am, are you sure you want that?" And I was like, she was like, "Yeah, that's what I always order." I was like, 10 extra pumps. She was like, "Yeah." So I was like, "Let me just go ask my manager just in case because I don't know if we're allowed to give that much."
Doesn't doesn't chicory, isn't that a laxative, or used in like laxatives?
I
I
don't
believe
know.
it's like an ingredient in a laxative for some reason.
Really?
I'll have to Google that. We need that Jamie person.
Yeah,
We
I
need a
know.
fact checker.
Yeah. Where,
But
where,
sorry to cut
where's
you off.
X Rod at, bro? We need X
Yeah,
Rod in
right.
here, dude.
There we go. Sorry for
Um,
cutting you off.
no, so I was like, ma'am, I'm not trying to be rude, but I do have to go ask my manager just because the drink that you're ordering is really like it's not really that good. Let me just go double check. She was like, no, like she don't get me wrong, she was a beautiful soul, dude. Like she was like, oh, don't worry about it, it's fine. Like go do what you need to do. Like I really want my drink. I was like, yeah, let me just go. So I go. She was like, yeah, just charge her for extra. They said just charge her for her the extra pumps. So this drink came out to like $20, dude.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
this drink came out to $20 because I had to charge her like for extra pumps. So this drink came out to $20 before I even put the coffee in, dude. The coffee or the drink was like half full, like more than
Wow.
half full. And I put the iced coffee or the cold brew in, and I put a little bit of half and half. And she goes, okay. So she takes a sip. She goes around the corner where the condiment bar is. She comes back. She was like, can you just put like 5 more pumps in here? I'm like, ma'am, are you okay? I asked her that. I was like, are you okay? She's like, yeah, I love my coffee sweet. And I was like, yeah, I'll put 5 more pumps in, but like I don't think I could do any more. So I put the extra 5 pumps in. She goes around the corner. You can hear her stirring trying to stir the condensed milk and all the syrup and shit in it. And she comes around. She has a straw in her mouth. She goes, perfect. I'm like, there's no fucking way she's drinking this shit.
Oh, dude,
Dude,
that's awesome.
dude, I was so like I was waiting for paramedics to just run down the terminal, dude, just helping this lady. And
And I'm assuming she drinks this every day.
she finished that drink and not even like because the gate was right in front of me. She finished this drink in no more than 10 minutes.
Wow.
The whole drink, dude. And that like I was in complete shock.
Did she tip?
Oh yeah, no, like I said, she was a wonderful the bill came out to like 20 something. She tipped like $5. Like
Wow, that's awesome.
she was really cool though, really cool. But I was just like, what's the point? Like
Yeah.
I'll put a straw in the fucking chicory syrup for you if you want, dude. I'll just tell you this. Like I don't see the point in that.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. And I've been to Costa Rica back in the past and had a cup of Costa Rican coffee, and I'll tell you that was like the most beautiful thing I ever put to my lips.
Yeah.
It does not taste like anything here. Even if you get a straight pure cup of coffee here, doesn't even taste
Do you
close.
want to hear the best coffee I've ever had?
Yeah, of
You're
course.
never gonna believe where the best coffee
Oh,
I've ever had.
you're gonna say McDonald's,
No,
McCafe.
no, even worse.
Oh,
Even worse. When I went to Vegas for the first time. I've only been to Vegas once, so when I went to Vegas, right? It was Super Bowl weekend. I went with a couple friends and their family, and they were like, "Hey, we're gonna go to a buffet. Do you want to come with us?" And I was like, "Nah, buffets are hella expensive in Vegas." I was like, "Nah, it's okay. I'll just stay back." He was like, "No, it's already paid for. I need more people." I was like, all right, I'll go. So I go, and by the way, it was like $100 a head, dude. Like, yeah, it
oh,
was expensive. So they're like, "Oh, you want to start off with anything to drink?" I was like, "Can I just get some?" I was like, "Fuck, it's buffet coffee." I was like, "I'll just get some coffee for now and some ice water or something." She brought me this coffee, bro, and it needed a little bit of like I put like a thing of sugar, like a packet of sugar, and just a touch of cream, and I like it like a little bit creamy. This coffee was so tasteful, dude. So good, dude. The best. And
wow.
guess where it was from? It was at the Paris Hotel.
Oh, dude, that's crazy.
They imported Paris coffee from there. It was
Really?
amazing, dude. It
That's
was
impressive.
amazing coffee.
I mean, $100 coffee, technically, in a sense.
Yeah, and dude, it was probably the best buffet I've ever been to. It was so nice there. They had so we were basically sitting on the street of Paris, and because it was nighttime in Paris, we had the lights dimmed down as if we were sitting at a coffee shop in Paris at nighttime.
That's cool.
It was fucking dope, dude. All right, real quick before we head out, last topic I
Yes.
want to get to. Um, one thing we're both passionate about and what we've been doing for our whole lives is playing video games. playing video games is something we love doing. That's pretty much where pretty much how we bonded, right? Like, of course, we went to like parties and stuff with each other and such,
Mhm.
family parties, but we started getting closer by playing video games, Call of Duty. Like Call of Duty
Yeah.
was our shit, bro. And that's pretty much how we became close. Like, no, am I wrong?
Yeah. No, I agree 100%.
Um, the point I want to get to is what has happened to Call of Duty? Like, what has happened to first person shooting games? Like, it's gone, bro. Like, the fun in Call of Duty is not what it was when
You know
we
what it
were
is?
younger.
They made it easier for people that sucked. And the people that are good at it suck at it because it's tuned down to the people that suck.
And that's exactly what I was going to tell you.
Yep.
You said the exact thing I was going to tell you.
The pace is off. They're way faster pace. Everything has to be run and gun. There's no slowing down. There's no teamwork. All those Call of Duties, I think after Black Ops, maybe even Black Ops 3, I'll give it Black Ops 3 at the most, is where all that stuff started really changing. Um,
They started catering to bums, like to shitty fucking players. Like
yep.
it's bad.
And once again, this can all go back to social media and these people that think they were good at something and are part of these leagues, and they started faking things. And Twitch is another one. Then that started getting overran by people, and then certain people doing certain things on Twitch, and then there comes your Fortnite, which is a third person shooter, first person, whatever the hell you want to call it. And that's the most basic ass bitch game you can make and play. And that's the reason why you see all these streamers playing that game, because there's no skills involved in needing to do that. Where
Mm,
Modern Warfare, come on,
I disagree.
if you're telling me if I played
If
that,
well, listen. Let me put it this way: it's if you are like if you actually played, because you never played Fortnite, you really never got into
no,
Fortnite. But
I didn't want to do that.
there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying, like, if you actually played the game, it wasn't that easy because of all the building and shit. Once they took building out, you could see how good players were because it was just aiming. Like there's a mode where you don't build, you just aim and shoot.
Yeah,
Like that
dude, I
that
would probably wreck people at
that
that.
was 100 times fun than when I literally take a shot at someone and they build a skyscraper in 2 seconds. Like it wasn't fun, dude. Like they took
You want to
the
know?
fun out of shooting.
You want to know a shooting game that does not get its dues enough, that actually you had to have like some kind of skill to play,
Please don't say
was
it.
Titanfall.
Oh, Titanfall. Okay, I agree with that. I thought you were gonna say Battlefield.
Titanfall. No, Battlefield,
Yeah.
not anymore. But Titanfall was one of those where you had to learn how to shoot, jump, be in a Titan, use the Titan,
Hmm.
and fast pace all at the same time, and learn
Yep.
how to use that special character.
That's why Apex Legends is the best battle royale video game out right now. I rem-
I'm
it
talking
was
Battle Royale in general, though. That's kind of
well. See
I'm
that
not
you didn't
RPG
get it.
now,
You
man.
didn't get into battle royales though. That's the thing.
That's
Like
true.
battle royales. Let me put it this way: battle royales were fun because you were fighting for the number one spot, and you were fighting with a lot of people. When we were playing multiplayer all the time, it was 10 people. You had 5 people on
Yeah.
your end, 5 people on their end. It was fun talking shit in between rounds and all that stuff, but battle royale was more satisfying for me, at least, because you had 100 people in your lobby. You strategized on how to win the game, and you had fun with your friends doing it. Like you remember, how when you used to get um you get that shaking because you're about to clutch something, and you get like those juices flowing when you're about to clutch something, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know what you're talking about, man. It sounds weird.
Bro, so
Whatever you're into.
when you're clutching shit, like you get that rush,
Yeah.
like you get, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah. Exactly. and
Yeah, no, I know. I get what you're saying. I get what you're
and
saying.
that was, I think, for me, as far as battle royales, that's why it was so fun to do. It was so fun to
Yeah.
play battle royales because of the stakes that were at hand when we first played. Like when I got into battle royales, that was the rush I
I
wanted.
think I think I'm just more like, I don't know what word to use, but I don't like doing things because it's trendy.
No,
Like I
yeah,
want to, and
yeah.
I'm not trying to be rebellious, but at the same time, like I don't want to be part of that. And when people like, for instance, you play Fortnite? No, I don't play Fortnite. Then everyone's like, oh my God, he doesn't play Fortnite?
Yeah.
No, I don't want to play that. I don't want to play a game where I'm battling against a 5-year-old with a badass setup with a 4080 graphics card and
Yeah.
all this shit. And I'm a grown adult on some piece of shit 1070. Thank you, by the way, for my 1070.
Gotcha.
Um, you know what I mean? It's just, and then you're getting shit talked to you. Then you say something back, and you're like, "Well, what the fuck am I yelling at a kid for?" And then he's probably streaming. Then his parents see it, and it's like this big circle of bullshit.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to Call of Duty. And they got overhyped. You know what? Timeout. I'm going back real quick. You want to know who ruins everything? Everyone says EA ruins everything, which they do. EA
He
fucks
is pretty
everything.
bad.
Yeah, they fuck everything up. Especially that UFC 5 game. Fuck those. That was so bad. Um, it's Xbox, Microsoft. Microsoft is forcing these people to push out games way too fast. Activision is another culprit of all this. What's the game that just came out that wasn't Bethesda came out that not Redfall. Well, that game was ass too. Redfall. What's the other one they just came out with on Xbox?
Um,
With this, they're in
the
space.
space,
Starfield.
Starfield. There you go.
Like Bethesda was always that kind of like that weird. How do you? They're that weird company that no one wants to talk shit about, but I think everyone in the back of their mind you kind of want to talk shit about them.
Mm-hmm.
Like how many times are you gonna buy Skyrim on
Fallout.
and Fallout? Exactly, but guess what? I still fucking buy them anyways.
Yeah.
It's the Call of Duty effect. But the thing is that finally Starfield came out after all these years, and you play it, and you're like, why did they put their money into this? Why did they put their time into this? Why don't you just give me another Fallout? And the same thing with Fallout 76. No one needed that. Give me a Fallout game.
Ass game.
Give me an Elder Scrolls game. That's all we need. Don't fuck around.
Have you played
Listen to the
Starfield?
people. I did.
You didn't
I
like it?
played probably like 3 hours of it, and then everyone, and that's the thing. I tell them, yeah, I played 3 hours, and they go, well, you're supposed to play 4 hours to get into it. I shouldn't have to play 4 hours of a fucking game to get into it. I guess what I did, I
Yeah.
started Baldur's Gate 3, and the first 10 minutes I was hooked. That game is a good game. They took their time on it. They took years to make it. They did what they wanted to do, and they kept true to the people that play it.
Yeah.
That's what games supposed to be. That's when Battlefield was good because Battlefield took 2 to 3 years to make, not every other year. Same thing with
Dude,
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty said they weren't going to release another Call of Duty last year, and literally
It's
6
a
months
cash cow.
later, yeah.
Yeah, it's a cash cow. They're not gonna stop.
See,
They don't
but
give a fuck.
the thing
They
about
used the Modern Warfare 2 engine for years.
the maps that they're putting out are just remakes of old
Yep.
maps.
Yep.
Like,
What's the skills in that? Oh, we had to reskin them, so that took our team
so
years
the
to
the
do.
thing that I'm excited for about this new Call of Duty is they're supposedly, don't get me wrong, I'm not hyped because th- I'm not
It's
looking
because
forward to the
Snoop Dogg's gonna
disappointment.
call in your AC.
No,
Are you,
no.
okay.
I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but it's the what we were talking about, the skill gap is
Yeah,
supposedly being taken off. There's no
I hope so.
there's no what's it called? Um skill gap. There's no what's it called? What's the
I
word
know
I'm
you're
looking
talking about.
for?
I can't think of it.
But like say you're good and I'm shitty and they give me extra like health because I was
Yeah,
slower to the
yeah, I
gun,
can't
you know what I'm
remember the
saying?
name. Well, they did that. They did that with I think it was Black Ops 3,
Mhm.
where you were I remember pulling up my gun faster than somebody, but then nothing would come out of the gun.
Yep. You would get ghost hit markers.
Yep,
Yep.
compensation or something.
Dude, they probably got like they lost out on billions of dollars because of these streamers that didn't play their game. Like
Just
they thought it was so. Let me put it this way: they thought the lack of streamers was okay because they were gonna compensate with the shitty players thinking they were good and spend more money that way. They thought that was more important for people to stop streaming Call of Duty. Like they're gonna lose out on that money because they're gonna gain money from the shitty players who think they're good.
Yep,
I
and
I
that's
watched
bullshit.
I watched this streamer. Like I'm not talking shit about him. He wasn't that good. Like I'm not amazing, but he like you could just tell he didn't play Call of Duty a lot. I watched him get like 12 kills off kills that he should have been dead. Like he should have been dead multiple times over, but they were giving him extra health for some reason, and he was killing these people. Like he was getting shot first, turning and like shooting them twice, and them going down. I was like, what am I watching right now? Like I was confused.
Let me ask you something. Have you ever dropped a nuke in Call of Duty?
Yeah,
Same have I. And you know, dropping a nuke in Call of Duty, that means what was it, 25 kills, 30
25.
kills?
Well, it was like 20, 30. Yeah, 25,
Yeah.
30.
And I
Depends what
did
Call of Duty.
that in Modern Warfare 3.
I did. I think I
Uh,
did that in every Call of Duty.
so
Maybe not
that's
every.
what I'm saying.
Maybe not in the last 5 years. I haven't got a nuke in probably like 4 years, just because didn't play much
But those
multiplayer.
achievements, that was an achievement. Like
Mm-hmm.
you get that nuke, you tell everybody. You run out
Dude,
there and be
yeah,
like,
it's
I
just
dropped a nuke last night.
yeah, you're putting it on everything, dude. You're telling
Yeah.
everyone, every group chat you're in. I just fucking dropped the nuke
That
like it was the thing.
ever since like not doing like that's what that game that's what hard. It's hard to do. It's hard to do now, and there's no winning at it. And I think that's what pisses me off is that I want to play the game. I want to get on, and I want to go out there and play it how it's supposed to be played. I don't want you to dance around on dance around and do weird moves or run on walls. I don't need you having these crazy ass fucking camos because you paid $400 to get it out of a loot box.
Yeah,
The loot box, my God, what that was Black Ops 3 too.
those are
Dude, you know
so.
how much loot?
Yes,
Holy shit. Why do I have to pay why do I have to pay you extra money to get content that I should be getting anyways?
yes.
You're
That's why
making
they
me
came out with
buy
the
for
battle
content.
passes, bro. That's why they came out with battle
Which
passes.
and all that battle passes are bullshit too. I already bought the game. Why are you making me pay more for expansions?
Well,
You made this game. Give me the fucking expansions.
I you
How much does it cost in R&E, Tony, to make these games? How many hours does it take for you to pay this? So you're a company that pays billions of dollars or makes billions of dollars because of all the games you put if you that games you made, and then you have them digital. All these games are digital, which doesn't cost you anything to make because you're not putting them in a case,
mm,
and you're charging people $70 each. $70 each. How much are you paying your fucking team of 4 people? Because half these places only have like maybe 20 people max now.
yeah. See,
It's
I don't mind
bullshit.
because I play battle royale most of the time. The paying $10 is not really
We allow it
a
to happen though, Tony.
yeah.
That's
No,
what I'm saying.
I agree. I get what
Not
you're
that it
saying.
a business that's smart business. I'm not gonna lie, but
Yeah,
we allow it to happen. Just like was it Diablo 3? They're on season 1. Diablo 2 or Diablo 3 or Diablo 2 whatever last Diablo was. I can't
yeah.
remember. Diablo 3.
3.
It's on like season like 80,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to buy a pass for each one. That's like $10. That's 800 something dollars.
Yeah,
Like, are you fucking kidding me? For $80, whatever much
yeah.
fucking it is. I don't know math.
But are
Um, yeah.
let me or go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm good. I'm just gonna rant on why I don't want to pay extra money for something I already paid for in the first place. It's
But
just like a car where you have to pay for gas.
one last one last question. I just want to are you what's it called? Are you gonna buy it? You're gonna buy Call of Duty?
No, I'm not buying Call of
No,
Duty.
you're not. Okay.
Mm.
Um.
I need the, you know what honestly makes me not want to buy it is when I play a game like Baldur's Gate that took them 4 or 5 years, however long it took them to make, and it's gonna take me 30 plus hours to make it through there, and there's so much detail and so much work put on there you can actually see it. That's a game I'd pay for an expansion because they actually put the love and care
Mhm.
into that game. Where Call of Duty's not doing that. They're copy and pasting, and they're just trying to get them out as fast as they can. I'm not giving you my money anymore.
Yeah,
Fuck you.
I
But
agree.
Baldur's Gate, hey, take my money, bro.
All right, I think we're gonna end it there. Where could they find you?
Yeah, you can find me Candy Camper. I have another YouTube page, but this is gonna be my new home now here on the Bad Thoughts podcast. You can find me on Twitter. I am pretty active on there at the Candy Camper.
All right, guys. You can find me at tones_TV on all platforms. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Bad Thoughts podcast. And also go to our TikTok at the Bad Thoughts podcast. Also, we're going to be dropping videos every week. Put in stuff you guys want us to talk about. If you guys have any idea of if you guys have any idea of what you guys think we should talk about, don't be afraid to put it in the comments.
Also, drop down below if you like pineapple on your pizza.
Don't do it.
And if it's caramel or caramel, and spell it out for us so we know which one it is.
If you guys say caramel, we are not going to keep your comment up. We are going to delete. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, that's it. And we'll see you guys next week. Later.
Have a good night, y'all.